The message arrived while I was setting the dinner table. I won't be long. 3 words. Nothing unusual, except she had stopped telling me where she was weeks ago. I stared at the screen until another notification appeared. A heart emoji. Not from me. She had sent it to someone else, then deleted it too late. She looked up from her phone, smiled without warmth, and grabbed her coat. I won't be long. I nodded. Take your time. She kissed my cheek. I love you. The lie was perfectly rehearsed. When the door closed, the silence felt more honest than our marriage. That night, I made one decision. When she came back, I wouldn't be there. People think betrayal begins with discovering the affair. It doesn't. It begins when your instincts stop asking questions because they already know the answers. She laughed differently around her phone, protected it with passwords she'd never needed before. Worked late, weekend meetings, new perfume. Nothing dramatic, just enough to poison every ordinary moment. I never searched her phone, never followed her car. I simply watched. Patterns tell the truth that people spend years trying to hide. Every Thursday, 7:15 p.m. Same excuse, same smile, same goodbye. I became a stranger inside my own house, studying the woman I once believed knew my soul. She didn't notice. Liars rarely look behind them. Instead of confronting her, I hired a private investigator. No shouting, no accusations, only facts. Photographs arrived first, then hotel receipts, then security footage. She wasn't meeting a coworker. She was living another life. The shocking part wasn't the affair. It was the duration. 3 years, almost half our marriage. While I celebrated anniversaries, she celebrated deception. I read every report twice, not because I doubted it, because I wanted every illusion to die completely before I made my move. Then I visited my attorney. Every account, every document, every signature, quietly organized. The house had been mine before the wedding. The investments were protected. She never noticed the paperwork disappearing from the cabinet. She never asked why I suddenly smiled more often. She mistook peace for ignorance. It was preparation. The final confirmation came from a voice recording. Her lover laughed. So, ... when are you finally leaving your husband? She answered without hesitation. He'll never see it coming. I stopped the recording. I didn't need the rest. That evening she walked in carrying shopping bags. I'm home. I know. She looked relieved that I seemed calm. I slid an envelope across the kitchen island. She frowned. What's this? Everything. Inside were photographs, hotel receipts, bank statements, the investigator's report. Her hands began shaking before she reached the last page. She whispered my name. I simply watched. For the first time in years, she had nothing to hide behind. I can explain. No, it wasn't what. I know exactly what it was. She cried. Not because she was sorry, because the performance was over. I placed another envelope beside the first. Divorce papers, already signed. The locks will be changed tomorrow. She stared at me as though I had become someone else. No ... please ... I believed you every time you said you'd be late. I paused. I just stopped believing you were coming home. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. There was no anger left inside me, only distance. Cold, permanent. She finally understood that the punishment wasn't losing the marriage. It was realizing she'd already lost me long before tonight. I left before sunrise. The house behind me looked exactly the same. Only the illusion had moved out. People later asked if revenge made me feel better. They misunderstood. Revenge wasn't exposing her. Revenge was refusing to carry the weight of her lies another day. Months later, I heard she was still trying to explain herself to anyone willing to listen. I never listened again. Some doors deserve to remain closed forever. She said, I won't be long. I told her, take your time. I kept my promise. When she returned, I was already gone.